Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to the show. This is Sports with Strawberry Ice. I'm your host, Jeff Trinopole. And as always, I'm bringing you sports from a West Side point of view right here in the great city of Cincinnati, Ohio, home of where Ken Anderson and Ken Riley played football. Put them in the Hall of Fame. That video is awesome. Shout out to Tommy. Every time I play that, I get very, very excited. We got to get these guys in the Hall of Fame. All right, do me a favor, if you found the show, hit that like and subscribe button. Smash that thumbs up. I am up to 846 subscribers. I appreciate every single one of you guys. Now, this show and every show is brought to you by T Properties. T Properties, quality housing for quality people. Check out their website at www.tpropertiesllc.com for all your rental property management needs and your rental needs. All right, guys, we got a pretty cool show today. I'm just going to jump into it, bring Jeremy D up. What's up, Jeremy D?
What's going on, man?
Oh, not much. Just enjoying another Monday here in the great city of Cincinnati, Ohio.
About the same way here in the nice city of Lake Gunnersville, Alabama, where it is 75.
Oh, yeah. You always have to bring that. Hey, it was warm here today, dude. I could have walked around and wore shorts.
I heard it was. I heard that, you guys are kind of in a little, you got some warm weather coming your way, too. So, hey, man.
I like that.
We'll share.
I like that.
We'll share.
Like that. All right, so let's get to this. We got a special guest today. None other than
what's up? Hey, Jeremy. Hey, remember, I was out in Cincinnati. The news was talking about some pasty, really bright white guy walking around in shorts in Cincinnati, and it was Jeff.
Yeah.
Exactly. It was me. A pasty white guy with a red face. That's me.
Yeah.
In his boxers. Yeah.
Exactly.
What's going on, guys?
Not much, Jimmy. You got some pretty good, cool stuff going on here, as you can see in the background there of your new background.
Testing this green screen out, man. Trying not to mess things up. But yeah, man. I look, man. We have, we're going to need Bengal Nation together on this thing, man. We are, as you guys had, Ken Riley II on last week. Great show, great episode.
Thank you.
Great man, great family.
Yes, he's awesome.
Obviously, there are 8 Bengals, in our opinion, that need to be in the Bengals Hall of Fame. 2 that need to be in there sooner than later.
Yes.
Ken Riley and Ken Anderson were the 2 oldest living players from that 81 Super Bowl team. And after Ken Riley's passing, Ken Anderson is now the oldest living player from that Super Bowl, 1981 Super Bowl team. So we can't wait for another one to pass away. We've got to get these guys in. So we have started a new Twitter account, new social media page called Bengals Hall of Fame. The thing has grown from 0 to over, I think we're almost at 2,000 followers on that thing. I have identified the 9 senior committee voters. It's not for us to overwhelm them and be, right. We're going to do this appropriately.
It has to be respectful.
Exactly.
About it. Yes.
Exactly. Yes. And, for people on social media, you have every right to be upset about what the NFL and the Hall of Fame have done to this organization and these teams and these great players we've had. But we're going to do this respectfully and be cognizant of that. Us kind of lighting them up unprofessional doesn't help.
That will not help at all. That'll just take a
help our cause. Absolutely. No. So right now we're putting together some deck pages for the senior committee where it's going to be a bunch of interactive things, that stats, quotes, video links, all kinds of things that we're going to be emailing to those 9 senior committee voters. We're going to do that on Ken Anderson and Ken Riley. We'll hit the other 6 players at a later time, but we're really going to focus hot and heavy on those 2 players as we start helping push that. So, but here's how we can all get engaged and involved, man. And I just want to be clear, man. This is not about me. It's not about Jeff or Jeremy on this screen right now.
Nope.
It's critically important that we turn out for this, man, because we've got all kinds of media coming. So let me back up a little bit and tell you what we're doing. So on June 19th of this year, we were having a rally at the Hall of Fame. We initially wanted to do this as just a massive tailgate. And after talking to the Hall of Fame multiple times over a long period of time, they will not allow us to do that. But we have secured, as of last week, a week and a half ago, we have secured a event tent right next to the hall, right next to the door of the Hall of Fame. Literally, we can fit several hundred folks in there, maybe even more. So we will be doing this event on June 19th in Canton, Ohio, right next to the Hall of Fame. And it's going to be a rally, basically. We're going to have fatheads cutouts of the players. We're asking people to bring their own signs. We're going to have players that show up. Right now, we're securing a lot of those. We'll be doing a live remote from there too, guys. We'll have Ken Riley II involved in that show. Ken Riley was very specific that him and his family would not attend or go in that Hall of Fame until Ken Riley is in the Hall of Fame.
Right.
Yep.
And so Ken Riley wants to be part of it, him and his family. They're going to be dialing in remotely. We got Willie Anderson, who's going to be dialing in remotely. We're waiting on a bunch of other players. It looks like Anthony Munoz might be there in person. I'll kind of stop there. We have a who's who in Bengals history and folks outside Bengals football that may be present either virtually or with us there in the tent. So we're still working on the details of the time frame, the 1 to 3 o'clock time frame of the rally itself, on presenters, who's talking, who's doing what. That's the main focus, is that 1 to 3 p.m. time period, guys, is going to be us having people speak. Ken Riley II, Anthony Munoz, Willie Anderson, Ken Anderson, having these guys talk about what it means to be in there. We're going to have tons of media, guys. We're going to have a boatload of media from Cincinnati. And we're trying to make this more of a national thing. So we have some national folks we've been reaching out to. So it looks like we'll have some national people involved in this as well. And you can bet some money on those 9 senior voters for the senior committee will know about this as well. So that's the main focus of this event. But what we also did on top of that was I know the head coach at Massillon High School, coached here in Cincinnati LaSalle High School for a few years. They're opening up the high school there, Paul Brown Stadium, where Paul Brown started his coaching career. So anytime between 10 and 12, it's not a show up at 10, be there for anytime between 10 and 12, they're opening up the football facilities. And if you've ever been to Canton, Ohio, and been to Massillon Washington High School, giant statue of Paul Brown outside the entrance of the stadium. They have an actual indoor practice facility. They have their own Hall of Fame.
Nice.
And they're going to let us walk on the football field and take pictures on the football field. So it's a hard cutoff at noon. They're kicking everybody out at noon. So so if you want to participate in that, that's great. That's kind of just an add-on, icing on the cake. But that 1 to 3 event, we also have worked out with the Hall of Fame, where they're giving everybody, there's a link on our social media pages, which we'll share again, $5 discount tickets to the Hall of Fame. So after that 1 to 3 rally, we will basically be going in doing a self-guided tour with discounted tickets. The Hall of Fame is putting together a special exhibit of Cincinnati Bengal stuff for us that day. And so I don't think they don't close until like 8 o'clock that night. So you can stay as late as you want. You might make the trip up there and come back home that day. It's very important that 1 to 3 time frame we get people in that tent. It's very
that's
important.
when we need people there. 1 to 3. That's the key time that we need people there for the rally to get our voices heard. Right.
Absolutely. And when we got as much media that is going to be coming and the players and folks that are going to be coming, we need to show out. And if you decide to stay up there, we worked out an arrangement with a hotel not even 5 minutes from the Hall of Fame. Great location because there's a Fathead Brewery that shares the same parking lot. Mm-hmm. So we're just going to, after that tour of the Hall of Fame, we're going to go there and we're going to have some drinks and some dinner and maybe more drinks, and then kind of walk across the parking lot to the hotel and crash and come back home the next day.
Sounds like a good hoo-day time to me. I was planning on going. I still might be going. I told
you're going, Jeff. Hey, Jeff, I'm calling your wife now. You're going. You're going to do it.
Yeah, I told Ken Riley Jr. that I was going, and then we got the date and everything. And I told my wife, I was like, "Yeah, I want to go to this." She goes, "Well, we're supposed to go to Florida."
Jeff's not going to Florida. Yeah, she's not happy with you right now, but it's good.
She didn't show you. She didn't show you her purse, did she? Because that's where his, that's where.
Yeah. He doesn't need those damn things anymore. He's good.
So, Bengal Jim, where can, for guys that are just jumping on here, where can they go to find the tickets and how much and that kind of deal?
Yeah. So the link is on our post on Twitter, Facebook right now, and I'll have to kind of put that on and save that, pin that post to the top. I'll repost that, but there's a link on that same post for the tickets. And I know the adult tickets were like $28, so it's $23 with the $5 discount they're working on for us. Then the hotel discount link is there as well. If you decide I got that hotel blocked off. I mean, so the hotel is giving us
in the house.
Yep, the hotel's giving us a 15% discount. Now it's not like a $75 Roach Motel, guys. It is a nice hotel, 5 minutes, perfect location. We don't have to drive around after that. We're there, so. It's a 15% discount on the hotel for everybody that night as well. So I know we have people coming in from upstate New York. I know the Detroit area. I know we have a pretty good contingent coming in from Indianapolis and Chicago. When you start doing something like this, it's going to be a great time. It is what we're going to make. It is going to be fun. But now the anxiety is kind of kicking in. We need Bengal Nation to show up.
Yeah. Yep. So Houday Nation, if you guys are watching this on the Facebook page, you definitely need to try to get your calendar set. And like I said, I will do everything in my power to try to get there. I just got to figure out, nothing's set yet. We just, don't have plane tickets yet to Florida. So I'm working on it. Well, I mean, you already made the phone call for me, Jimmy. So I think
you're good, brother. We're good.
It's either that or I'm getting kicked out of my own ice cave. I'm not sure what's going to happen when I get off.
And tomorrow's show will be from outside in the driveway.
We're on the couch in the living room.
Right. With my pasty white skin and my red face.
Yeah, and your boxers, man.
All right. That's great news, Jimmy. I hope we can get more people out there. Try to get, like I said, you guys are watching the show right now, or you're watching the replay, or you're listening to the podcast. Tell your friends, tell your neighbors, go check it out. Make sure you get tickets to show up. And the biggest point, like Jim said, we need people there between 1 and 3. If that's all you can show up for, that's fine. That's the more important part, because we need to get our voices heard. Ken Riley and Ken Anderson deserve to be in the Hall of Fame. It's utterly ridiculous that they're not. And like I said on the show with Ken Riley Jr., I said, if us Bengals fans don't do it, nobody's going to do it.
That's true.
Ken Riley is very excited about it. He will be participating and helping out any way he can. So
exactly.
Cool,
all right. So we had something that broke the Cincinnati internet over the weekend.
What happened yesterday, Jeff?
Well, it was this.
That is not a good rendition of what we know it really is, Jeff. I know you got other pictures, brother.
Looks like a good Auburn jersey.
So that's some sweatshop in China on a door, hanging on a hanger.
My man. My man.
Yeah.
Well, how about this one? These are a couple pictures you sent me, Jimmy.
Yep. So
how about that one?
Yeah, these right here. These are great, man. This right here is that looks good, man. I ain't gonna lie.
That doesn't look bad. I mean, that looks better than hanging on a doorknob.
Yeah, that one right there, guys. Just kind of let you know some of the digital artist guys that are doing this stuff. That is an edit by he goes by the name of You Edit. You Edits did that one right there. That's a nice amount. I want to see it on a player. I want to see the pants. I want to see it all together, right? I'm not overly excited. I'm not upset about it. I just want to see it on a player, and we don't know what the pants are going to look like. And do we officially know 100% that's really what it is? I'm pretty sure it's. I think it is. Put that black one up there, though. I kind of like the black one. This Seth Reese did this one. Digital artist Seth Reese kind of put those on. You know what? That is, to me, that is an upgrade over what we have. I don't like the panels on the side. I don't like the stripes the way they are right now under the current uniforms as much. So,
well, at least they look like stripes. I mean, I've seen some renditions where they look like claw marks. I'm like, no, they're supposed to be stripes. So, I mean,
and that's a whole different jersey from the one that was hanging off of the the Walmart $15 sale Bengal jersey. That looks a lot smoother and a lot better. But it don't matter to me either way. That's what I was telling Jeff earlier. It doesn't matter to me. It just, I'm going to be a Bengal fan. It doesn't matter. But at the end of the day, man, we want to look. It's 2021.
Jeremy, can you imagine how good that uniform is going to look next to that Super Bowl trophy?
I was just about to say that.
My bad.
All these jerseys we got, doesn't matter, man.
Yeah.
You stole the words right out of my mouth. You said that in the pre-show fist fight. I'm like, that's a great point right there, Jim. I
don't care if
they
wore
Super Bowl trophy, I don't care what it looks like.
Yeah, it's an upgrade. I mean, people get overly on one side or the other. I'm like, whatever, man. Let's go out and win some games.
Right. Yeah, exactly. That's the whole point to all of this. It doesn't matter. I mean, hell, it doesn't really matter what we look like as long as we win. That's all that really matters. And speaking of that, we had Duke Tobin. He had his press conference today. And I was kind of encouraged by it. I know Jimmy said you didn't get to listen to the whole thing. But Jeremy, did you get to listen to it all or were you
Yeah, working? I got to listen to it all. I mean, I can't say that I retained every bit of it, but yeah, I got the gist. Go ahead.
Well, this is the big statement that I like that Duke put out there. He said we're going to see what comes our way, and we're going to attack free agency and the draft. Joe freaking Burrow is attacking the rehab full speed and looks great. Things look real positive for him. Joe freaking Burrow, one of the premier quarterbacks in the game. That's part I like. We're going to do everything we can to build around him. It's going to start with him. And we're going to spend on players, and we have flexibility this year. Those are the key statements that I liked about it. Now, I've been going back and forth with people on Who Day Nation, and they're like, oh, they're never going to spend money. It's Mike Brown owns his team. I go, ho. People, do you remember what happened last year? I'm like, they literally spent more money on free agency than they've ever spent. Now, they should have spent it on offensive linemen, but I digress.
We also spent that money to let most of the guys sit on the bench the whole year. But
true. A lot of them were injured.
$150 million, and a lot of those guys got hurt and didn't play most of the season. So
I know.
Yeah, that's one thing that Duke was kind of defending Armadillo, and that's what I call Amarillo is Armadillo until he gets the defense better. But he does have a point. Most of the guys that they signed got injured. So, I mean, is it going to make that big of a difference with Lou being the defense coordinator if these guys come back and they're healthy?
If you're asking me,
you take that one, Jim.
It is huge. It is huge, in my opinion. If we get these guys back and they're healthy, brother, it will make the world of a difference. I'm telling you, because if you spent $150 million in free agency last year and picked up and filled some holes, and if they attack free agency like we think they are and like they said they would, we're going to fill some more holes. And then we got to nail the draft for 2 years in a row. Guys, I am jacked about this, man. I am pumped. I'm excited as hell about this.
And that's the thing to me that Duke nailed the draft last year. I mean, I was fine with everybody that he drafted contributed in a big way. Even our 6th round linebacker, even
Bailey.
Bailey. He even got some snaps in him and contributed.
Yeah, the Pro Football Focus rated it was the number 1 rookie class in the NFL draft last year after the season was over with, as far as play time and their scorings and rankings. So now they had a dry spell there with the draft. So, free agency has to pick up.
Yeah, and I stole this from you. You posted the 2015 draft, and there was one guy left on that team, and that was CJ Uzomah. He's it. And from that draft on, Duke hasn't done that good until last year. So I'm pretty pumped up about the free agents because I do think they're going to address the guard situation. The tackle, I don't know. It depends on, I think, how the draft goes. If Sewell's there, they might take him. I mean, I think they will take him if he's there.
Dude, I personally think they're going to double down on the offensive line. I truly feel they're going to fill one of those guard holes in the free agency.
Right.
Even if they do get one starting stud offensive lineman in free agency, and if Sewell's there at 5, they're doubling down and getting Sewell.
Yeah, because the thing is too, if you take just say for instance they sign another tackle, which I don't know if they will or not, but there's lots of talks that they might get a tackle and a guard, and if they go ahead and they draft Sewell, I know they said this in statements before in stories coming out that they're not going to move Jonah to guard, but if you sign a free agent tackle and you draft Sewell, I think Jonah gets kicked to guard, so that's 2 guards right there, and you've got 5 new offensive linemen, and then if Trey Hopkins can come back at the beginning of the year, I'll take that all day, every day.
Yeah, there wasn't a whole lot of consistency with that offensive line as far as who were the starting 5. I mean, it was mixed matched every game almost.
It really was, and I was telling Jeff probably a week ago or so. It kind of bums me out think about moving Jonah from tackle to guard after just 1 year. I feel like we should have got more out of that draft pick. And the Bengals aren't saying it, but you draft a tackle, man. That's what you want. But at the end of the day, so we can put Bengal Jim down for when we choose our spot at the draft. We are taking Sewell, if he's there, over Jamar Chase, no matter what happens in this offseason.
Dude, that's I think they're going to get at least one offensive lineman in free agency. That's going to come in and start immediately. A big time. I think it's going to be a big name, one of the big 2 or 3.
Okay.
If they get him, I still say that if Sewell's there, they're going to double down and get Sewell. Now, there's about 3 or 4. There's going to be 4 offensive linemen, 4 tackles taken in the first round. Sewell's good. He's really good. There's some other guys not too far behind him there that will go in the first round as well. But I still say Sewell at this point.
Well, the thing is, too, with this coming week, we've already had some names released. There's going to be more big names released from other teams. So that's going to factor into it, too. And like Duke was also saying, as far as like releasing Geno Atkins or whatever they're going to do with that, is they don't know what – and the franchise tag is also – there's so much stuff up in the air. They don't know when the franchise tag date, when you have to do it, is yet. They don't exactly still know what the salary cap is. I mean, there's so much stuff up in the air. So that's where it's hard to figure out what they're going to do because they don't know what they can do yet, with the cap, with the tag, with all this stuff going on. And these guys that are going to be released, there's a lot of stuff happening all at the same time. And there's not a lot of answers yet because you don't know what the rules are yet. I guess a long way to say it.
I'm with you,
Jeremy.
I get it. And from what Duke Tobin said today, they're going to be looking at wide receiver, tight end. We need a pass rusher. I don't know if that's where I want to get your take, Bengal Jim, is how do you feel about our free agents now? Willie J3 and Carl Lawson, all this talk's been going on. Do you tag Lawson, pay him the 15 to 17 million, or do you try to sign him to a deal if somebody else throws him an offer? What do you do in this situation after we watched this defense last year?
Yeah, those 2 are critically important to the team, but as far as needs, pass rusher is the 100% utmost. So Carl Lawson is going to he will be back on his team next year, one way or the other.
Tagged or not.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Now what Big Tobin said, what I wrote down he said on Willie J3, Lawson and AJ Green, he said nothing to announce today. We will compete to get them back, and we want to keep our players. That's pretty much it. He said there's nothing. He wasn't breaking any new news today or anything with the press conference because, like he said, he basically can't because there's so many variables. Like I said before, of what the cap is, when the tag is, all that stuff. So it's kind of hard for him to. I won't say it's hard for him to figure out a plan, but it kind of is because you don't know what you can do right now. And with COVID and everything's, so screwed up, it's just messing things up and everything's happening all at once. So they're going to have to make, I think, big decisions quickly with in the next couple of weeks here. Yeah, I
mean, to finish out of the point, Jeremy, I mean, it's important to have both those guys back. I mean, those are 2 very important positions. The best pass rusher on his team, best defensive lineman we have is Carl Lawson, period. Oh, yeah. William J. Jackson needs to be on this team as well. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. If one of them goes, it's probably going to be Jackson, in my opinion, if in priority order. But I'm hoping they can find a way to make it happen for both.
Me too.
Yeah, that's kind of pretty much how we've been saying. We want both of them, but if you take one or the other, it's got to be Lawson because he's the only consistent pressure that we can or pass rusher that we've had. So you got to get him on the field, and you got to add to it. Now, the thing is, with him, what I'm kind of hoping is if they sign him, I'm hoping he turns into what Shaq Barrett turned in for the Buccaneers. Because, we could have signed him. We didn't. All that stuff happened. And then he went to Tampa and balled out. So that's my –
We could have got him for nothing.
Right. Well, not nothing, but still.
Well,
yeah, cheaper than what he's going to be now. He's going to be expensive now. But that's what I think Lawson has the potential to beat because he can get to the quarterback. It's just he's got to get him down. So I think Lawson has a chance to really grow into the elite pass rusher that we all want him to become.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
All right. All right,
tough.
Jimmy. I said I'd give you all a half hour. We're almost at 6. So I want to let you do it one more time. We had 22 people and we got about 17 people now watching. But go ahead one last time.
Yep.
You can give us information about
June 19th. As soon as I get off the show here, guys, I'll repost that and pin this to the top of each one of our social media platforms. June 19th, we're looking for Bengal fans to show up in Canton, Ohio at the Hall of Fame. We've got a event tent right next to the entrance of the Hall of Fame. We're going to do a big blowout, from the jungle to the hall rally, and we're going to really focus our efforts and time on 8 players, but specifically 2 players, Ken Riley and Ken Anderson, who should absolutely be in the Hall of Fame. And we're going to do everything we can as a fan base. And this is one of those things, you know how you guys run into fans that want to kind of bicker with you about stuff and, I'm better than you. No, you're better than whatever. I don't give two about any of that stuff, guys. This is drop all those silly things and let's flat out focus on our team, what we root for, and help do what we can do as a fan base. Because I can tell you right now on social media, there's not a fan base in the country that is doing what we are collectively doing as Bengal fans to fight for our players that should be in the Hall of Fame. And it's fun to watch.
Yeah, exactly. And I've said that before. I mean, I think we have some of the best fans around. And the thing is, and like you said, we need to drop everything of who shows this, who shows that, tailgate this, tailgate that. Forget it. This is all about getting the Kens in the Hall of Fame where they deserve. That's all this is about. That's what everything should be about. So like we said, if you can make it up there, if you can't be up there the whole time, make sure you were there at least from 1 to 3. That's when the rally is happening. So we need as many Bengals fans as we can get up there.
And I'll tell you, if you've never been to the Hall of Fame, guys, get up there 1 to 3, take a couple hours, go through the Hall of Fame. It's an amazing, amazing place. And we can kind of scout out where Ken Anderson, Ken Riley's bust are going to be in there in the Hall of Fame. So it's an amazing place. It really is.
That's awesome.
Exactly. That'll be so cool. So, I mean, like I said, I'm going to do everything in my power to get there.
Gets me excited.
Well, guys, thanks again, man. Hey, keep doing what you guys are doing, man. I appreciate you. Thank you.
Thank you, Jimmy. Hooday.
Thank you, Jim.
All right, that was cool.
Don't get any better than that. Come on.
I always enjoy having Jim on here, and it's great what Jim is doing. I mean, you got to give him credit. He's the one setting this stuff up, and I'm just here. We're just here to support him and his actions and trying to get as many people the information out. That's what I told Jim. I said it's just about getting the information out because his show isn't on right now. Mine is. So just get it out there, get the information out there. And like I said, if you can't be there the whole time, show up between 1 and 3. That's when we really need everybody there.
Yeah, that's what it's all about, man. I mean, we are a brotherhood that sticks together, and anybody that watched this is going to watch this, whatever. You guys need to tell your friends, family, come back, rewatch this show, listen to how you can be a part of it, join up, and have fun, man. If I didn't live in Alabama, I would be there, bro. I would be holding on to your legs.
If you're a true Bengal fan, you should be there. Come hell or high water. Okay?
You'd be going into your airplane to Tampa, and I'd have a hold of your legs. You're not going, Jeff. I mean, it's too much fun. How can you miss out on that?
Exactly. It's going to be a blast. All right. People are asking about the jerseys again. So let me bring this stuff up here. This is what broke the Cincinnati internet last night was this. And I first saw it, I'm like, this, please God, don't let this be the jerseys. There's the back of it. But the more I've seen these renditions that I didn't do, like that one and this one, I don't think it looks that bad, to be honest.
That doesn't look as bad. That looks pretty sleek, pretty crisp.
I mean, this one, the white one, you can always see how they got the stripes come off the pants.
Right.
That's kind of cool. It wraps around the leg.
I like that. I like that feature. Is that what we're coming to, though? Is that what we're going to be? Is that the jersey?
I don't know. I mean, Jim kind of thought it might be, and at first I didn't really think, because I mean I've seen renderings like this, for months. Everybody's doing.
We've seen them. Yeah.
So I mean, I don't know. That's it was a leaked source from eBay. The Bengals have not come out and said anything, which I mean they're not going to say anything until I think April. They said.
Yeah. At the end of the day, I can see that jersey on a hanger. I mean, God, that's just a bad look. That's a bad look for the Bengals, even.
Crip says a dumpster fire on the hanger.
No crap. I mean, my gosh, dude.
That was not a good look.
No, it's not. And it's not good for the Bengals. It's not a good look for the Bengals, even. For it to be put out there looking like that. Hey, here's your new jerseys on a Walmart hanger. Here you go, guys. No, it's going to be better than that. I could see maybe that being a what do we call it? Like a prototype, something to work off of.
Right.
I'd be okay with that.
I mean, I think it's gonna be something like that, because I think it's gonna be more like I've said before. I think it's gonna be more cleaner, and not so much stuff. Like the panels are gonna be gone, and there's a lot of stuff going on with the Bengals uniform right now. So I think it's gonna be more, crisper, cleaner, less stuff. Because that's what most of the new jerseys or new uniforms are going to. They're, more just, like I said, just a cleaner look, a sleeker look. Now, like I said, I'm not confirming anything. I have no idea if these are the jerseys or not, but we'll see. All right. Let's see here. Matt says sometimes less is more. Yep. But I wish they would have put the leaping Bengal back on the logo on the sleeve. Like I said, this is not. Yeah, this is not the finished product. I mean, I don't know if it is for sure or not. I mean, like I said, we're just people put it out there and it blew up on Who Dey Nation. I'm like, the picture of the hanger. I'm like, this is not the jerseys. Like, come on, people. I mean,
it's made its way around the internet.
How many different jerseys have we had pop up? I'm not sure why this one all of a sudden is, the one,
Yeah.
I don't know what legitimate source it came from other than it just blew up last night.
Yeah. After we have seen these jerseys for, like you said, months, we've had them sent to us personally or whatever.
I've had a lot of them sent to me.
I mean,
Tommy says that jersey on the hanger looks like the eBay guy took an Auburn jersey and put Burrow's name on it.
Exactly. That's what. Give me a break. We can't even get the colors right, and we're putting this out as a leaked. Give me a break, man. And the orange is a red orange. It's not Bengal orange. It's like a burnt, like Dukes of Hazzard type orange, like 70s thing.
Hey, that was a great show. Don't mess with my Dukes of Hazzard.
I'm not hating. I'm just saying, look at it. And the stripes look blue. You got the orange jersey and the damn stripes look blue. Come on now.
If you look at those stripes just look kind of weak and wimpy. But then if you look at,
they look raggedy, bro. They just look like they're just ready to die. Just
look at it like that. That doesn't look that bad,
A white jersey, yeah,
that doesn't look that bad. I kind of like that. And then you got the black one. I'm like, it just, I don't know. I'm starting to grow on me. Which like I said, like Bengal Jim said, I don't really care. It'll look great next to a Super Bowl trophy, and that's all. That's all any of us Bengals fans really care about is we want a Super Bowl trophy with that. So
that's all that matters. Just keep our colors right. I don't care, but it is 2021. You are Nike, so do something a little more innovative than that. And Bengals, if you're letting stuff leak and not stopping it, don't allow that picture to hit the internet, because I
don't think they had anything to do with it. That's what I'm saying. I mean, I don't think the Bengals had anything to do with this.
I'm just saying. I hope
that's why I'm just kind of curious why this blew up. I'm like, I mean, like seriously, how many different? I mean, go look at my Strawberry Ice page. Go look at the stuff I posted in Who Dey Nation. How many different mock-ups have we had? That's where I'm like, I'm not sure why this was like, oh, this is it. I'm like, none of this was actually confirmed. I mean, lots of guys have done stories on. I mean, James Rapine, who I trust a lot, didn't say this was the jersey. He just said this was leaked, and people are saying that this could be the jersey. So none of this is confirmed of that these are the jerseys. So, like I said, it's fun to discuss. We got another month. They're not coming out till April. So
there's a lot of work to be done. I believe if that is the concept they're going after, I can see the concept, and it looks a lot better than hanging on that, doorknob. But other than that, it is what it is. I'm a Bengal fan. I don't like the jersey. I hope that's not it. If it is, it doesn't matter. I'll still buy one anyway.
All right. Trey's got a Reds question here for us. He said, thoughts on what the Reds are going to do with Shogo since Senzel is in center field every day.
Every day, yeah.
Unfortunately, with 4 outfielders and 3 spots, I don't know if anybody is going to be in one position every single day, to be honest. Because, you got the mad scientist, David Bell, I like to call him. He likes to mix and match and put in. And, to me, I think it's a bad sign for Shogo, to be honest, because he did not play Shogo that much at all last year. And I was very irritated by that because I don't know why you signed a guy for as much money as you did sign him to lead off and you don't play him. So we'll see. But my thoughts, I've said this before, which since we don't have a shortstop and let's face it, people, our defense is not that good. All right. And with them shifting and everything, every other pitch, you don't have to have the greatest defense. My thought is, and I'm kind of surprised the mad scientist isn't doing this. It's not a great idea, but to me, it's the best way to get your best offensive team on there. Is you put Senzel at second, you put Gino at shortstop, move Moose to third, you got Votto at first, Barnhart behind the plate, left field, you got Winker, center field, you got Shogo, right field, you got Cablastos. To me, that's your best offensive lineup, and I would go with that and see what happens. But what do I know? We'll just go with the YouTube channel.
Yep, that's exactly right. There's not a whole lot to be desired, I guess you could say. I still think we can win. I really do.
We got pitching.
We're going to be a good team.
Anton was a smoke show the other night, dude. That man, if he keeps pitching like that, should definitely be in the starting rotation. I know I put my list out there over the weekend. I had Lorenzen in there and not Miley. And some people said, well, Miley's going to be in there because he's a left-hander. I was like, you're probably right. But I want TJ Anton in there. Go with Gray, Luis Castillo, Tyler Malley. Then you go with Wilson and then TJ. Honestly, I don't think I'm not saying any of these guys, it's going to be easy to replace Trevor Bauer. But the way these guys are pitching, dude, I think our pitching is going to be fine. It might be just as good as last year. Yeah,
personally, I think I'm with you there. And to be honest, I think Castillo can pick up a lot of I like him, dude. I love his I just the way that he throws the ball, he's so I don't want to say he's not cocky, but there's some suddenness there that I just like from Castillo, and I can see him coming for the 1-2 spot at least 2. But I see him maybe being 1. I don't know. I just like Castillo, man. I liked him in the playoffs. He looked really good. Bauer. He's Bauer. He's what, $140 million richer than us right now? 160, something like that. So you know what? Hey, let's go win some games, see what happens in the playoffs.
Yeah, exactly. That's we gotta get to the playoffs, and we need to score runs and not go 22 innings without scoring.
By the mad scientist.
The mad scientist. All right, let's get back here to the Bengals talking. I posted this up earlier, but Duke Tobin's statement, and I just want to read the last couple paragraphs there. He said Joe freaking Burrow, one of the premier quarterbacks in the game. We are going to do everything we can to build around him. It's going to start with him. We are going to spend on players. We have flexibility this year. Okay. For all you Bengals fans who are like, oh, Mike Brown owns his team. We are going to spend on players. We have flexibility this year. Because I posted some stuff in Houday Nation, and some people are like, oh, Mike Brown owns his team. It doesn't matter. Like, it never spend money. Okay,
he's cheap.
He's cheap. Okay, well, you're stuck in the 90s, sir. I don't think you watched the show of this century.
No.
To be honest.
You don't spend 160 last year and then whatever we're going to spend this year being cheap. period. He also had a great quote saying, our cap space gives the Bengals a certain advantage. And he put that about right, too. It gives us a certain advantage because any team can go over the cap. They can spend over their means. They can do whatever they want, but not in Cincinnati. So we've got to kind of be careful about what we do. We got to be smart with our money, just like we've talked about.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? I think he kind of put it perfectly when it comes to tight end, wide receiver, offensive line. I kind of think after hearing it that for sure Green is gone and for sure Geno is gone. I should have known that sooner, but it kind of set in on me after, hearing him say, what was his exact statement on? Let me see if I can find it here.
Well, this is a graphic I stole from Jim, Bengal Jim.
Yeah.
The NFL teams with the most salary cap space. Now, this has been a little while, and the Bengals have increased the amount of salary cap space, but we're fourth.
Well, and here's the deal right here. We let go of Geno Atkins. We are due to pay him $14.7 million this year. $14.7 million. We let him go. That's gonna help us out significantly on his 4-year, $62 million deal that he had signed with us before. So when asked about it, he said it's a fluid situation, and we'll see about Geno Atkins. That tells me it's a fluid situation, and we'll see you down the road, Geno Atkins, and hope that you have a good. He
said that he's one of the most respected Bengals and everything, and his year went to hell after he hurt his shoulder. He was Duke said he was the Geno Atkins of old in training camp and everything, and once he hurt that shoulder, he said Geno gave him everything that he had, but it just was a bad year. It's just a bad year all around with the Bengals and their injuries.
It really was. Yeah, it was bad. It was a bad year completely. Just injuries, play calling, some players that needed the whole deal was just a cluster.
Yeah, cluster. That's a good way to put it. Just a cluster. We'll leave it there.
Right on. Here we go.
Now we got this is the home schedule coming up, and I don't know why I have that on there. I have a comment on there. I didn't realize it was still on there. Let me get that off there. But yeah, this is. I mean, it's not going to be an easy schedule by any means, But I don't care. I mean, to me, if you can win and go to the playoffs on a tough schedule, that's going to make it even better for when you get into playoffs for tough teams. You're playing against tough teams to get you ready for the playoffs, Yeah. So, I mean, people are like, oh, it's even worse than last year. I'm like, well, that's okay. I mean, that's fine. Honestly, you kind of want that because normally you did better, the year before. That's why your schedule gets tougher. I mean, that didn't happen for the Bengals, but,
Well, I think our whole draft and free agency had to do with our schedule last year because we knew we were going to play against the NFC least. We knew we were going to play 2 games against our own in-division opponents. And everybody got hurt. Everybody ended up, Burrow got hurt. Trey Waynes got hurt first freaking play of training camp.
I mean, literally, every single one of our agents got hurt. All of them.
Yeah.
None of them got finished the year. None of them.
Yeah. And our number 1 draft pick didn't finish the year. So, it sucks. It is what it is. And I don't know, man. We'll see. Hopefully we'll get something out of this deal. I think we'll be all right. I really do. I'm looking forward to Burrow coming back. Game 1.
Oh, snap. He's coming around.
Game 1.
People, Jeremy D is coming around to my side of thinking. Game 1.
Game 1. Hopefully.
Yeah, that's right. That time, Jeremy. That time he said Bengals have a huge advantage in the free agent market. With Duke's comments, I'm fired up.
Yeah.
That's why I am, dude. I mean, because everything they keep saying, they're going to spend money. Why would you say that if you're not going to spend money? I don't think the schedule is going to be as tough as many think. there's quite a few winnable games on there. Yeah, I mean, well, one, I don't want to count my chickens before they're hatched order, but we got Squealers twice. And they might not be that good next year. I mean, we'll see. I mean, because they are in salary cap hell. And they just doubled up on Big Ben again.
Mm-hmm.
So they don't have a lot of money. They ain't got an offensive line. Their offensive line is as bad as ours because Pouncey just retired. They got Villanueva's a free agent.
Right.
So they're in trouble. So there's a very good possibility that the Squealers aren't going to be that good next year. God, please let them not be that good. Please. That would be awesome. I would laugh so hard.
You know, that's the only problem is, like I said, last year we went all in, went all out, and then everybody got injured. We played the NFC least. We should have won probably 8-9 games at the least.
Oh, if Burrow's in there. If Burrow's in there and we had an average offensive line, we would have won more.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. Oh,
defense coordinator.
Yeah. And I just think the beginning of the season where we were giving up so many leads or giving up so many wins, I guess you could say. I don't know how everybody felt, if everybody was kind of in tuned, and then Usama went down and Trey Waynes was already down. Mm-hmm. And Mackenzie Alexander, he was in and out a lot of the time. And then, of course, you got Josh Bynes, who I think we need to re-sign.
Yes. Yes.
You know, they all got better towards the end of the year, but at the very, very end, the rushing, I can't get it out of my head, Jeff. I can't get it out of my head. To give up that many yards at the end of the year is just –
yeah. And that last game was horrible.
It leaves a bad taste in people's mouth.
I'm trying not to remember that game. All right. Well, there's some more stuff that I thought was interesting that Duke said on his press conference. They asked him about, trading up or trading down the number 5 pick. And like I said, this is where I keep saying everything with the Bengals right now, and the NFL is such a fluid situation because they don't know what's going on with salary cap and all that stuff. But this is what he said about the trading of the pick. He said, they asked, are you willing to trade the pick up or down? And Duke said, never say never. It's something we have to be ready for. A page over here. He said that basically it depends on how the draft goes. And he said these things usually come up when you're on the clock. Is kind of what he said. It's with the 5th pick. I mean, it's not like they got number 2 or 3. They have the 5th pick.
Right.
So it's going to depend on what happens in front of them. If players are getting taken and the other teams behind them are getting scared or nervous, they might want to trade up. Now, it also depends on if the Bengals are set on Sewell, which they might be, and I'm kind of leaning more toward that they're set on Sewell. I mean, I kind of like what Jimmy said, where they can sign a guard, 2 guards. If they sign 2 guards and you got Jonah Williams and you got Sewell your tackles, I'm good with that. I mean, the thing is, if you get Sewell and Jonah, if they're as good as we think they are, which Jonah I think is, he's just gotten injured a lot, which that's the part that scares me with him. But if those two are your cornerstones, that's you can't get any better than that. That sets you up for success further into the future than just 1 year. And that's what you also have to look at this way too. The Bengals have to do that with Joe Burrow. It's not just all about next year. It's a year after that, and a year after that, and a year after. We got to keep getting pillars to be here for our Super Bowl run. That's going to happen someday.
That's true, man. The only thing that scares me, and we've been over it 100 times, but you've got Jonah Williams in his 2nd year, literally. This is his 2nd year, not his 3rd year, playing for the Bengals, playing.
This 2022 year coming up, yes.
Exactly. And then you have Sewell say, that's who everybody has the Bengals branded on. Not even a chance for Chase. If you read some of these articles, others will give you a chance for Chase, but the one we're talking about, no chance. Bengals are stuck with Sewell. So Sewell is everything we thought he would be. We're great. If he's not, we're screwed. If Jonah Williams is not, we're screwed. So,
but that's like that in every draft. I mean, it
is. It's scary when you're trying to draft linemen. It's scary, and I wish we weren't even in this situation. Is what I'm getting at.
Yeah, well, we all do, but we are. Now, one thing Duke was asked about too is he went out to Oregon last year when they had the number 1 pick, and he was checking out Justin Herbert and their seniors out there, and they asked him if he was able to check out Sewell at all. He basically pretty much said, "I saw him, but we did not do a deep dive on him." So which is obvious because they were going out there to check out the draftable guys. Sewell was not a draftable guy, eligible guy at the time. So that's the thing that scares me with Sewell. Is he's only played 1 year college football. I'm hoping he's going to have a draft. I'm sure he's going to have a pro day. And when he does, I'm hoping I know when it is because I want to watch it. I think that'd be very interesting to see.
I want to know why in the hell we can't have a damn combine. That's what I want to know. I mean,
we're not having a combine.
That's what I'm saying. Why? I mean, you've got
COVID.
What, 100 players, whatever. Okay, there's 100 guys. You're allowing 3,000 people to come to football games, even college games, months ago down here in the South. They allowed thousands of people to show up. Why in the hell can we not have a combine and at least put it on TV and let us look at some of our prospects, man?
I don't know. That has befuddled me because they usually do it in Indy at Lucas Oil Stadium.
Right.
And it's not like they let fans in there. Not that I remember. I don't think it's NFL Network. You can watch it on there.
Yep.
You can social distance. I mean, I don't. To me, that boggles my mind why they're not doing it because I think you can easily social distance in a big ass stadium with you only got how many different prospects or whatever, and you can just limit it. I mean, just like they're doing everything else, you limit it to how many people can come there. But whatever. I mean, Bengal Jim kind of depressed me where he thinks they're not going to let fans or they're going to do the draft virtual again. I'm like, really? I hope not, because you and me are trying to go up there.
Yeah.
Oh, well, we'll see. Part of punctuation has jumped on the show here, and they are no way these uniforms that were leaked last night are the real ones.
My man.
Well, let me see. I think it's Ed. Let's show Ed the newer pictures.
Yeah, check these ones out, bro.
Yeah, I'll get my computer to work here. All right, these are the ones that were leaked out last night. These are god awful, but these ones aren't that bad.
Better.
Like I said, they look great compared next to a Super Bowl trophy, so I don't really care other than that. I want winners. I want a Super Bowl.
I guess I can say I do like the pants. I do like how the tiger stripes kind of come around the pants. I do like that. And I do like the jersey. They're kind of slim and crisp. I like that, what I'm looking at here. But that is another edit of that jersey. So how the hell, man? I mean, I don't like that jersey. I'm not going to buy one. I'm sorry. But I'll still be a Bengal fan.
Jeremy is very, very upset. Very, very upset. He does not.
Sorry, guys. I don't have much of a life. I'm a Bengal guy.
Doggy's got stuff on it. Let's see here. What do you got, Doggy?
What up?
Let's see here. Joe Klatt ranked UGA over Alabama. Let's go.
He takes one guy. I love it.
One guy has picked you guys over Alabama. All right. Hey, that I got no problem with that. I'd be hyped up too. That's what they did for the Bearcats. I'm like, yeah.
Joe Klatt's, baby. There you go.
I always like Joe Klatz anyway.
Yeah, I did too, man. Way to go, dog.
All right. Let's see here. D-Ray. Sewell played 2 seasons and was dominant as a freshman. He played 2. He opted out last year. So I don't. As far as I know, he's only played 1 season of college football. But I could be wrong. Yeah. I don't know. As far as I know, D-Ray, everything I've been told, he's only played 1 year of college football. Because like I said, he didn't play last year. He opted out. Crown.
Yeah. I mean, he's 20 years old.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, there's no way.
Yeah.
He opted out last year. He's 20 now. That'd make him 19. That'd make him 18 when he was a freshman. So yeah, there's no way. Yeah, I mean, yeah, he only played 1 year, bro.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure because he opted out this year.
Yeah, that's what everything's showing us. Unless you got something we don't have, man. Maybe you do.
Part of the punctuation. Virtual draft was great with Belichick dog at the computer. Yeah, I want fans. That's what I don't understand. Why I can't understand why they would do virtual, because I mean, dude, I was down at Super Bowl. I know it's down south, and down south is open, and up here. Well, I mean, we're pretty much open in Ohio. We just gotta wear masks everywhere. I mean, that's it. Other than that, everything's open. So that's where I'm kind of like, why can't we have the draft and everybody just wear masks and kind of social distance? I mean, you can limit the number of people or whatever, I guess, but I don't know.
That just bummed me the hell out. The way, I mean, pretty much Bengal Jim, was saying he's pretty much already like, oh man, I don't understand it. Here in Alabama, we've already had our mask mandate taken off. It's gone. No more masks. You don't have to if you don't want to.
Well, I think you should wear a mask every day to cover that stuff up. They'll be willing to see that.
Yeah. Okay. Shut up.
All right, doggy. You watch UGA is going to roll the Tide next year. Hey, I'm all for it. I can't stand Alabama, so
I hope they're a little bit better than Cincinnati then, man, because let me tell you, Cincinnati about whooped y'all's ass. Playing with you, dog. Love you, man.
Jeremy, calm down. Sorry, I ain't been on for a while, guys. Working. That's kept me away. It's Foxy.
Foxy,
Foxy?
I can't do that. Foxy, man, where you at, bro?
Foxy. All right, Keith's jumping in here. He said he only played 1 year. That's what I thought. I'm like, yeah. That's what I thought. Yeah, D-Ray. I think D-Ray thinks he played last year. That's got to be what it is.
It is.
He didn't play. He was a sophomore. That was his sophomore year, and now he's 20. He can get out.
Yep. Last year would have been his second year playing.
He said he looked him up. Where did you look him up at? Because you are the only one that has ever said that he's played 2 years of college football, brother.
Bro,
So,
I'm looking everywhere, and I'm not seeing anything other than 19 last year, 18 starting. He'd be 18 years old. Yeah, unless he came in and played when he was 17. There's no way, man.
Natty showed up 1 month away from the draft. Dude, I'm hyped up just like you. I'm ready for the draft.
Natty.
I'm hoping we can go. Man, I want to go. I want to see what the hell. I'm hyped up for free agency. I want to see what the Bengals are going to do free agency first.
That too, yeah.
All right, Keith, tell you guys, I would love for us to get, and he's supposed to last till the fourth round, Quentin McKenzie, center, but he can play guard, more pancakes than IHOP.
So he's Orlando Pace in the flesh. He's the next coming of Orlando Pace.
There you go. There you go, buddy. All right. Well,
little name drop.
Yeah, exactly. All right. It's about 6:30. I think we're gonna roll on out of here. Try to keep it to only an hour here, guys. Yep. We'll start doing longer shows probably when baseball season really kicks up, and definitely when football season, because you guys will be jumping all over us. All right, but I'd like to thank the Facebook groups that helped me or let me live stream on them. They are Houday Nation, Cincinnati Reds rounding third, heading for home, the Ohio State Bucknuts. I think we're on Bearcat Country again. I think Mike put us back on there. I'm not sure. We'll see.
Yep.
We're also on Bearcat Ruckus. We're on the Ice Bar. The Ice Bar is just a show page that me and Jeremy do silly Tuck Talks and silly just memes, and it's a virtual bar. That's now, right. I like real bar. I don't really like virtual bars, but we got people all over the world watching the show, so it's a virtual bar, so we all get there and hang out and talk smack. And
it's a cool bar. It's a cool bar.
Yeah, it is. I like this bar. I built this bar. Oh, you meant the virtual bar. Okay, sorry. All right. Now you guys can follow me on all my social media platforms. Facebook, which has 598 likes. I'm followed by 641 people. That's under Sports with Strawberry Ice. I'm on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. We're going to be pulling a sound off later, putting it on the podcast. So if you miss any of the show, You can always watch the replay, or you can listen to it on the podcast. I'm on Bean Pod, iTunes, Apple Podcasts, pretty much wherever you get your podcasts. YouTubers, I asked to try to make it that 850 of the weekend. We almost did it. We're at 848, so we are close. Need about, what, 2 more people?
That'd be 2, Jeff.
Just get 2. You, all my berries, all my loyal listeners, go find somebody. Say, you need to subscribe to Sports with Strawberry Ice. Get him to 850. It's like, I'm so close. But other than that, Jeremy D, you help us roll on out of here. I think I'm going to roll on out of here with the Ken Riley video again, too, because I love that thing. But go ahead.
Yeah, I do, too. I do. It gets me pumped.
Yeah,
I like it.
Oh, jumping around.
Oh, yeah, dude. And, yeah, just once again, the Ice Bar, the page, you guys already know what's up. Tell your friends, tell your family, tell anybody that is interested in sports. It don't have to be Bengals related, don't have to be anything. Just send them over, let them watch, let them see what they think about it.
Exactly. We're getting we'll get more guests on the show too. I had Bengal Jim on today. This Thursday we're getting Anthony Cosenza from Cincy Jungle. Got a couple interviews the week after that. So
Yep.
I hope you guys like the interviews. I think you do. So try and get more guests on here.
I do too. And you guys don't realize, man. I mean, Jeff interviewed Ken Riley Jr. Didn't cost you a dime. That's killer. That was a great interview. It really was. And you don't have to be a diehard, lifelong Bengal fan to even enjoy it. Even though I enjoyed it. But
I enjoyed the hell out of it. I was the one doing it. It was great. I had fun.
Yeah, it was great, man. And it was good for anybody that's just a normal Bengal fan or an outrageous, moronic Bengal fan like the two of us are.
Yeah, baby.
Wait.
Did you just call us morons?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. That's cool. I'm good with that.
Yeah. Bengal morons.
Yeah. That's good.
But it was killer, and there's more to come. So that's why you guys need to tell your friends, send them over. Sports with Strawberry Ice on YouTube. Very simple. Click, like, subscribe, notification button. Hit that too.
Exactly.
But other than that, as always, remember one thing and one thing only, and that is you don't live in Cleveland, you live in Cincinnati, so who day? Let's go.
Who day? Get the Kens in the Hall of Fame. Go to the jungle, or Jungle to the Hall with Bengal Jim, June 19th. Be there, be square, tell your friends about it. Let's fill that thing up. And that's just sports, baby. See ya!